We'll move into multiplying polynomials now, and we'll start with the basics. We'll begin with a monomial times a monomial, and then we'll go on to examples with monomials times polynomials. So let's begin with our first goal, which is multiplying two monomials. And when we do this, we basically have two things to consider. We will multiply numerical coefficients together, and I'll abbreviate coefficients with COEFF, or sometimes tack an S on the end. And then we will apply the power rule, the product rule, 4 powers, to the exponentials. So let's begin with a fairly straightforward example. We will multiply, and this is a typical instruction, 2x to the 4th and 3x to the 5th. And since they're in parentheses, that's an indicator of multiplication. Well, we'll start with just multiplying the numerical coefficients. So we'll have 2 times 3, and then we'll apply our product rule to the exponentials. And if you remember, the product rule states that if we have two exponentials with the same base, we can simplify that by writing it as one exponential, where we keep the base and we add the powers. So we'll apply that over here. And we'll have x then raised to the power 4 plus 5. Simplifying that a little more, we have 2 times 3, which is 6, and then that's x to the 9th power. Now, we can do a little more entertaining example. Let's move on to this problem. We will find the product, which is another typical instruction, of a negative 6x squared y to the 5th power and x y to the 3rd power. So we'll just write that down as a multiplication statement. Negative 6x squared y to the 5th times xy cubed. And we'll start working with our process. We want to multiply the numerical coefficients. So remember, there's a 1 that's implied that's in front of the x. We just don't always write it down. So we'll have negative 6 times 1, which will get us a negative 6. And then we need to apply our product rule to the exponentials. So we'll have x squared times x. Well, remember, x is also raised to the 1st power. We just don't usually write that power down. So we have x to the 2 plus 1 power. And then with the y, we have y to the 5 plus 3 power, leaving us with a negative 6, x to the 3rd power, y to the 8th power. And that's our final answer for this problem. If you have any questions about multiplying monomials, please be sure to ask your focus group leader or one of the helpers in Polia.